Your deep spinal muscles have been quietly switching off, right now, as you watch this. And your discs, ligaments, and joints are absorbing every bit of load those muscles should be handling. That silent failure is one of the leading drivers of chronic back pain, and most people have no idea it's happening to them. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on something most back pain sufferers never get told. It's not just about a bad lift or a long day at your desk. There's a deeper breakdown happening inside your spine, involving tiny muscles most people have never heard of. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what those muscles do, why they stop working, what happens to your spine when they do, and, most importantly, what you can do starting today to fix it. Let's get into it. Think of your spine like a skyscraper. You've got the bones, the vertebrae, stacked on top of each other, cushioned by discs, and held together by ligaments. But what keeps that whole structure from collapsing under pressure isn't the cables or the cushions. It's the internal support system, the deep stabilizing muscles. These muscles work constantly in the background, making tiny, precise adjustments with every single move you make. They're not the big, flashy muscles you feel when you work out. They're smaller, deeper, and incredibly specialized. They control the fine-tuned movement of each individual spinal segment, making sure nothing shifts too far, too fast, or too hard. When they're working properly, your discs and ligaments barely notice the load. When they're not, everything else pays the price. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Modern life is basically a perfect recipe for switching these muscles off. Prolonged sitting is one of the biggest culprits. When you spend hours in a chair, those deep spinal muscles stop being challenged. They're not needed in the same way, so they gradually decondition. Then there's repetitive movement, the way you hunch over a keyboard, hoist groceries with a twist, or favor one side of your body without realizing it. Over time, some muscles get overused, while others get weaker and essentially go offline. Even a past injury, a fall, a sports accident, anything that disrupted your movement patterns, can throw off the coordination between your muscles and leave your spine working with a broken support team. And age-related wear doesn't help either. Slow postural changes accumulate over years, quietly eroding that deep muscle strength until one day the pain arrives and feels like it came out of nowhere. So when those deep stabilizers go quiet, what actually happens? Your passive structures, that's your discs, ligaments, and joint capsules, suddenly have to pick up the slack. Picture those ligaments as cables that were designed to be backup supports, not primary load bearers. Now they're working overtime every single day. The discs, which are meant to absorb shock in a controlled, supported environment, start absorbing force from angles and loads they weren't built to handle consistently. The result? Chronic pain, restricted movement, stiffness, and that awful feeling of instability. Like your back might just give way. And here's what makes it worse. Your body tries to compensate. Your larger outer muscles tighten up to protect the area. That tightness creates new imbalances. Those imbalances create more dysfunction. It becomes a self-reinforcing cycle that gets harder to break the longer it goes on. This is why ignoring early warning signs is such a costly mistake. The great news is that these muscles can be retrained. Physical therapy is genuinely the gold standard here, not because of heat packs or massage, but because a good physio identifies exactly which muscles have gone offline and teaches your nervous system how to fire them again. That process is called neuromuscular re-education, and it works. But you don't have to wait for an appointment to start helping yourself. First, move more and move often. Break up sitting every 30 to 45 minutes. Even a 2-minute walk reactivates those stabilizers. Second, learn the gentle core engagement that physical therapists teach. It's not a crunch, it's a soft, subtle drawing in of your lower abdomen, like tightening a belt by one notch. That's your deep core switching on. Third, be deliberate about posture. When you stand or sit, imagine a string lifting you gently from the crown of your head. Keep that natural curve in your lower back. Small habits, done consistently, genuinely rebuild the foundation your spine needs. If this video helped you see your back pain in a new light, please give it a like. It genuinely helps more people find this information. Subscribe so you never miss a video, and drop a comment below telling me, have you ever been told your core muscles were weak? I read every single comment, And if you want to support better posture throughout your day while you rebuild that strength, I've linked a posture corrector I recommend in the description. Check it out. Your spine is remarkably resilient, and with the right knowledge and the right habits, it can absolutely recover and thrive. You're not stuck with back pain forever, and today is a great day to start changing that story. As always, consult your doctor before starting any new health routine.